folks, hello plane spotters and aviation lovers, welcome to Gatwick South Terminal. Yes, we're here again. Today we are flying on a new airline, KM Malta. Let's get into the video and see how KM Malta is. Okay, all through security at Gatwick now. Time to head to Wonder Tree. We're not going to go to the lounge today because it wasn't very good last time. So we're going to go to the Wonder Tree with a runway view. Through Gatwick security in about 4 minutes there, and it's quite busy too. So they're doing well with their new security systems. I like it. And it has arrived. Let's have a little look. That was very quick, 5 minutes there. So we've got the croissant. So we've got the croissant here, the poached egg, the bacon, avocado, and the fresh lemonade. Let's give it a go. Let's give this a little try. And first of all, the croissant by itself. So it is very fresh. The poached egg is quite runny. Definitely been warm for a bit. Bacon. Quite smoky. Smashed avocado. Nice and fresh. I'll eat this. Oh wait, lemonade. Fresh lemonade with a mint on top. Very. Okay then folks, all finished in the Wonder Tree there. Very nice. It was about £15, so it's about £10 cheaper than the lounge would have been. And the food was just so much better quality. The service was better quality too. It's because some of the lounges here at Gatwick, some of the experience I've had aren't the best, especially last time, and that's £24 to get in there for me with my lounge key pass. So that there £15, I did leave it a £1.89 tip as well. So £17.80 I think it was in total. That was very good quality. We are gate 10 again, and now 2 weeks ago, well under 2 weeks ago, we was gate 10 when we flew out on Wizz Air. So if you've not seen that video, after this video, want to go and watch it. I tried the best burger in the world in that video. And we're gate 10 again today. It's become a little bit of a regular thing here. Okay then folks, here we go at Malta Air, or KM Malta for the first ever time. Today's aircraft is a 2-year-old Airbus A320neo, registered 9 Hotel November Echo Foxtrot. The aircraft was delivered to Air Malta in June 2023 before the handover to KM Malta. Okay then folks, on board the KM Malta Airbus A320neo now. One of the first on, something I really liked there was straight through the boarding gate, and then you sit in the waiting area, and then we were invited for boarding priority business first, and then boarding from the back. It was very quick, so they said boarding from the back, row 15 to 30 or whatever it is, and then they called the rest of them basically straight after. But I was not waiting in a queue for ages, so impressed with that process. First impressions of the aircraft are, it looks pretty good, but we go through that deeper once we are up in the air. For now, I want to enjoy the views of Gatwick. Today's routine saw us depart out of Gatwick, over France, Paris, over the Mediterranean Sea before making our descent into Malta. Flight time 2 hours 40 minutes. Okay then folks, airborne now out of London Gatwick, climbing into our cruising altitude over France, I believe. We crossed the English Channel quite a while ago, so we are en route to Malta. I have had a little look through the in-flight menu and not sure what to get yet. Maybe the curry or lasagna. Not too sure, but we'll have a look at what deals they do and the seats shortly. For now, I'm going to enjoy some of these views over France. Okay then folks, food has been ordered. We've gone for the beef lasagna instead of the curry, the beef lasagna with a lemon soda. And also with that deal you get a snack, so instead of some chocolate, but I went for Pringles, just in case the lasagna fills me up. I can have the Pringles a little bit later on tonight. So when you get the meal, you get a cup here, KM Malta branded, and then you get a cutlery set with a napkin and a KM Malta branded napkin. So yep, and luckily there's 2 holders for my drink here, so I can obviously have the cup and the can without it spilling. So I'm going to wait about 12 minutes, he said, for the lasagna to be cooked, and then we will tuck in and give that a little try. Very hot, but the lasagna has finally arrived. It did take a bit longer than 12 minutes, but it's here. Let's have a little look at it then. So I've actually had to take the wrapper off myself, and it comes in a little cardboard thing there, so I've done that just for the video and so it can cool down a bit. It's quite deep, but it's got a strong smell coming off of it. Let's just try that top bit quickly. That's fairly good actually, some strong flavours there. Let's try and get a bit of meat if there is any in it. Got some, let's try that. Not really chunks of meat, but there was some in there. That's quite flavoursome, to be fair. That was quite a good lasagna. I'm quite impressed with that. So I'll tuck into this and will show you around the seat once I've finished it. Okay then folks, finished the lasagna there. Very nice actually. For an aeroplane food, I was surprised. I don't really have hot meals on planes. I don't think I can remember the last time I had a hot meal on a plane. And that there rose to the expectations I had for that. Anyway, nice and full now, so let's have a little look around the seat for today. One thing I will say is there might not be a loo review on this flight because the passengers sitting next to me have got a little child and the child to sleep, and I don't want to wake the child up just to go and film a loo review. So let's have a little look around. So first of all, we have got the tray table, and the tray table has 2 cups as I mentioned earlier, and it does also extend very close to your belly there, so you can get right close up with it. Next up then we have got a phone holder, which I've been using, as you may have noticed, and it is actually very good. Okay, down here we've got a seat pocket, which is quite good to be fair. Doesn't stretch too much. And then whilst we're down there, we'll look at the legroom. Lots of legroom there. There's also some USB chargers down there. However, they're the thick USBs, and I've only got USB-C, so we can't test them, but the green lights are on, so I'm assuming they are working. On the seat we've also got a coat hanger, which is quite good, just hanging my gilet up there, and the seats do also recline, but I'm not going to test that because there's someone sitting next to me who's also got a baby and they'd have no room. But yeah, they do recline, these seats, and they're quite comfortable too. I've been sitting in this seat about 2 hours 15 minutes now, and it is comfortable. Starting to get a little bit achy maybe, but not really. There is also this. I'm not too sure what this is for. Is it for the literature or something? It's like a little paper clip, but you can't really fit anything in there. And that's where the safety card maybe used to go in there. And then of course in here we've got our in-flight magazine and in-flight menu, which I have obviously looked through to order the stuff. There is quite a lot of stuff in there. There's some good-ish deals. Lots of alcohol options for you guys who like drinking alcohol. There's also some nice Maltese pastries and stuff like that, and sandwiches. The magazine is quite good, but there's just a lot of information in there about random things really. We'll look up at the overhead panel now then. I mean, it's pretty basic for your Airbus A320. Let's just have a quick look up there. So we've got the air vent and the light and the cool bow, as you would expect. And the air vent definitely works because it's blowing cold air onto me. And the light does work, and the cool bow, we're not going to try that. Also got some 2 windows. I've got 2 windows today. And yeah, the cleanliness of the aircraft is clean. However, one thing I did find was either blue tack or chewing gum was sticking the safety card. When I had a look at the safety card was stuck. And now I think there was a bit of chewing gum on there, which isn't very clean. But I suppose the crew just make sure the safety card's in there, because not many people read them, do they? So that's probably something that wouldn't have been picked up. Other than that, we're at the point now in the flight where I can start summing up the journey so far, because we've got about 45 minutes left to run. So the crew have been quite friendly. I mean, they've gone up and down a few times with the bin, so to keep the aircraft clean. Where they've also gone up the cabin with the food and drink service, and now the snack service again, and also the duty-free service. And they might do another duty-free service before we land. It's quite a good experience. They seem quite friendly, the crew. One crew member in particular I've seen was very friendly with the babies on board. Obviously you've got to have special life jackets for the families. She was just quite friendly and interactive with the passengers. So I am impressed by KM Malta. I'll let you know the price I paid when we land, and you can let me know if you think it's worth it from what you've seen. Also got some little headrest here. And the colour of the seats is very nice. I do like that shade of red. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the last hour or so of this flight, and I will see you all when we are down in Malta. Our destination. We're descending quite quickly. It was a little bit like that. And the seatbelt signs keep flicking on and off. Not sure if the pilot's doing that by accident or where it's a bit turbulent. They might be a bit faulty. We'll find out in a minute, I suppose, if they keep going on and off. But I'll see you all on the ground. Now today I paid £99 for this flight to Malta and £9 to sit next to the window. Thank you. On the bus then to the passport control, and I should already be on the entry exit system, so it should only take a few minutes to get through. All through the border then, about 8 minutes maybe that took. It's just because they still did my fingerprints and picture. I thought that was the 3-month thing, but clearly not. So now it's time to go and get on our bus to St. Julian's. Okay then folks, welcome to St. Julian's. So this is about 20 to 30 minutes away from Malta, the capital, where we're heading tomorrow. But this is where we're staying, and we will be staying this evening just to chill out, because there's no point in going to the capital tonight. So we'll just chill out. It's quite breezy. Got the sea there. What did you think of that then, folks? Well, Malta Air considered themselves a full service airline, and I was quite impressed with their service and the seat product that was offered. I was comfortable for the whole duration of the 3-hour flight with them. If you did enjoy this video today, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more aviation content. Until next time, bye bye.